Eating fans, this is a monumental occasion. I'm going to tell you straight up. We have here Furious Pete. This is like having either Kobayashi or Joey Chestnut. I never gave this man his just due. 4 years ago, Brad Chulo just laid it into him. I mean, without warning. Practically destroyed this guy, talking about, how he's doing steroids and, how we'll meet him anytime, and, he's doing horse piss to get to his wherever level he's going to get to. But I want Pete to tell his side of the story now. Now we have him here, 4 years later, 2012 minus the 2008. Pete Zawinski, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Ready to eat some hot dogs.
Pete, I want to ask you a question, and I never actually got a chance to let you tell your side of the story. Do you take steroids, or is that just a myth of Brad just leashing out his anger against you?
I think it's just, Brad leashing out his anger, but, just because I'm fit doesn't mean I take roids, right? If I took roids and the amount of food that I ate,
pretty good shape.
Yeah, but if I took roids, man, you got to go to fitness expos and see people that take roids. They're twice the size of me. I've been working out for the past 8 years. So what do you expect? It's not hard to achieve what I have without anything. So
I don't even have to go to these expos. All I have to see is pictures on the internet. They just don't look real.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's it. So are you willing to say, or go out of your way to say, that Brad is basically full of shit? He was just looking to start trouble. He was angry at that point, or just say, who gives a shit, and forget about it?
Well, I think I called him out that he was going under a different name for a contest or something. So, he was pissed off that I did that, and he said what was on his mind. He just tried to, he was angry and just, I don't know, he just ranted about random things, and shit happens. It didn't really bother me at the end of the day.
And see, here's the difference between Furious Pete and Brad Chulo. Brad's foaming at the mouth, talking all kinds of shit, and Pete's being, laid back kind of guy, doesn't let this bother him. All right, it is 4 years later, granted, but, here's the big difference, and I just want everybody to see that. So, basically, just let bygones be bygones, and let the whole thing just go. Right?
Yeah, man.
Okay, I got to ask you, Pete, how do you think you'll do in this contest today? You got the great Kobayashi going up against you. He's tough, and if anybody's doing, I don't want to say the guy's doing steroids, but I've seen his regimen, and it's pills from here to here. I don't know what he's taking, what he's doing. Maybe it's all natural. Do you think you could beat him today?
No. I don't think I could even, you know what, I had a contest yesterday, so one word, I'm pretty screwed for today, but I'm just here for fun, for support, and just, I'm filming for German television here too, so we're just, I'm just, whatever happens, happens. I'll give it my all, but I don't think I'm going to do well today at all.
Okay, let's just speak a little bit about Major League Eating. You made an attempt to try to get in with those guys at one point, right? Basically just shut the door on you, right?
Right. For whatever reason, I don't know what the reason was, whether I was part of another eating league or something like that, but they never let me in, but at the end of the day, I'm kind of glad, because I've gotten other opportunities, to do shows and all this other stuff that apparently I wouldn't be able to do if I was under contract, so everything worked out for the best.
Okay, I just want to go on record as saying that I personally tried to get Pete into the organization. I sent an email to Rich Shea, and Rich, if you're watching this, no problem. I said, try to get this guy in, and you know what his answer was? Stop being a lobbyist.
Whoever didn't want me in, and I'd rather be part of something that people want me part of, so like I said, everything worked out for the best.
Absolutely. Do you mind if we just briefly talk about El Wingador for a few seconds? I saw your video, and it was like the Furious Pete I've never seen before. It was like you really just told her like it is. Is he? Listen, kids today should not be doing drugs, and people today that need money should not be selling drugs, okay? Drugs are a subsidiary of some other issues that you have in your life. What do you think of this whole situation in Wingador
Well, he even said that he wasn't proud of his situation at all. Hey, man, like I said, I think I said in my video, karma's a bitch, and if you know, he talked his mouth a lot during contests. I remember we did a team wing challenge last year, and when we had our dream team at with a wing challenge, he was really talking his mouth, and he ended up really not doing well. You know, don't want to use any profanity, but he just didn't do well.
Did he actually lose by one wing to Squibb? Is that true?
When?
In the wing bowl?
Oh, apparently. I think all that shit's fixed, though.
Yeah.
For sure. If you see the way he eats, there's just no way that he could put down that many wings.
No. Can you predict? I know you're not a judge, but can you predict what kind of a sentence he'll get? How many years he'll do in prison?
I know nothing about the law. You know, I did engineering. I don't know anything about law or anything. You know, that's out of my control.
But do you think he deserves to do some time?
I mean, if you're selling drugs, then sure, obviously. I mean, but you know what? I just spoke my mind, and just based on his behavior, I don't know him like on a face-to-face basis. It's just
Right. One last question, Pete. I want to clear up. I love the Z Burger video with Dale Boone. The way he got in your face and the way he looked like an ass, trying to divert the entire situation to make himself, look like he wasn't cheating when he was telling the boss, you're embarrassing this man in front of everyone. That wasn't the case at all, right?
No. Basically, like I said, he cheated, and right when I showed that he was cheating, that he had food in his cups, he called me a sore loser. So it was.
Yeah, there was burger in the cup.
There was a shit ton of burger. There was like 5 cups, 3/4 of them were filled with burgers. So I mean. Yeah. Anyways, that was a fun day actually when that happened. It made the trip that much more fun.
Right. Now I heard that Joe Manchetti insisted that his overalls be moved up a bit, so this way he doesn't hide any burger. And I didn't know this all along when I read this on Eat Feats. He was probably doing this with the IFOC. That's why he wears those overalls, so he could hide some of the food in there.
Probably, and and just hide his gut and hide his food.
How did this contest go? The one was Z Burger 2 similar to Z Burger 1, or did he keep his mouth shut?
So this was the 4th one ever, and it went well. He spoke his mind to media, but that's about it. This is what? Long video.
Okay. Like I said, Pete, this is as Ed Sullivan said about Elvis Presley. This is a fine young man, and I'm glad I was able to interview him. I hope we don't have, I just want to bury the hatchet, and thank you very much for the interview itself.
Cool, man.
Take care, man.
Yeah, thank you.
And good luck.
Thank you.